It's Brian Preston, the Money Guy.
So let's jump into the first thing I kind of want to cover is the 3 myths about real estate investing.
Yeah, I think when a lot of folks think about real estate, the first thing that comes up is the YouTube video of the guy telling you how you're going to go be the gazillionaire investing in real estate, and it's so easy, just do these things and you're going to knock it out of the park. And unfortunately, we don't think that that's necessarily a true statement.
Well, the term passive in real estate, it makes my hair stand up on my arms a little bit, because a lot of people, I think they have this visual that they're going to go to the mailbox, pull out a check and go, oh, it's my monthly rent check from my loving tenants love my rental property. And you go to all these YouTube videos out there where there's all these people that are pushing real estate, and they all have sales systems. That's what I think is awesome. And I always ask myself, if real estate, by the way, real estate is this good, but why are they doing a sales system versus just going and buying more real estate for themselves? It's the same thing with trading strategies on the stock market, by the way. For anybody who says, why aren't y'all poking fun at yourself? I'll poke fun at people that come up with trading strategies and try to sell you their system on that, because I always think the same thing there. Why aren't they going out there and implementing them themselves? It must be more profitable to sell the system than it is to actually do the system, is what I always think to myself.
The truth of the matter is, even if you're someone who does find that deal where you do get to experience that mailbox money thing, where you just go to the mailbox, the rent's coming in, you probably had to do some due diligence on the front end to figure out the property that you're going to buy, the kind of tenants you're going to have, what sort of deal you're going to enter into. It certainly, when you made the decision to get into the investment, wasn't something that was passive.
Yeah, if you're doing real estate right, it is definitely not a passive entity. You are actively engaged, just like you said. Even if it's buying into like a private deal, you're going to do your research and make sure that you're not just flopping along, putting your money in first place that sells you something.
The second myth that we think is true about real estate is that it doesn't take a lot of money. You tell people all the time, or you hear people say all the time, oh, well, it only takes a little bit of money in real estate to make a lot of money in real estate.
Yeah, there's so many systems, I'll say it again, where they say, no money down, come to our seminar, come to our thing, and we'll show you how to do this. The problem is that when you do real estate right, you know that things are going to go askew from time to time. You're going to have vacancies. You're going to have tenants that tear junk up. You're going to have periods of time where you also just need general maintenance. You have to put roofs on real estate. You have to also pay property taxes on things. There's all kind of things like that. That's going to require some cash. And don't even forget you have to put down usually 20 to 25%. In most cases, banks, if you're going to pay low interest rates, they're going to require some skin in the game. So to say that you can do this with no money down, it seems a little fishy to me.
In most circumstances, when it comes to real estate investing, depending on the type you're doing, it's a lot of times illiquid. So even if you needed to get to the money, you can't get to it. So we're fortunate that we get to work with clients all over the country, and a number of them have been successful in real estate. The one common thread I would say is none of them did it with very little money involved.
I definitely agree with that. And then the last thing we had is real estate always goes up.
Yeah, this is one that's really frustrating, and I feel like this is one we used to hear a lot. We stopped hearing it, and I'm starting to kind of hear whispers about this again.
Well, pre-2008, it was just kind of known within investor folklore that God doesn't make more real estate, so it can't go down.
That's right.
I mean, that's what got us into the financial crisis of 2008, is that people were thinking, you can just pay whatever for real estate and it won't matter. But we quickly found out after 2008, 9, and 10, it does matter what you pay. Matter of fact, probably the biggest component of success in real estate is the purchase price. So you might as well make sure you understand that.
And the thing I think you would even said when it comes to real estate investing, and 2008 was a great example. A lot of times when you invest in the stock market, even if there's a pullback or a downturn, it's like this V-shaped recovery where it hits the bottom, it can bounce back really quickly. With real estate, that's not always the case. A lot of time, it's more of a U-shaped recovery. It goes down. It can hang out in the bottom for a while before you actually start to see some of that recovery take place.
Well, it ties into the liquidity, how efficient the markets are. Definitely something you need to take into account.